Good morning to all of you. Okay, we will wait for a few minutes to others to join, and we'll start our session. So for attendance, again you have to write your name and roll number in chat box as the LMS or LMS issue is not resolved still now. Yeah, let's start. So
किती बनायची ठीक आहे बरोबर
So in the yesterday's class, we are basically so we basically discussed what are the advantages of NFC. Okay, so why we need to use NFC. Then we discuss a little bit about how it is providing the user interference. Then one important topic we discussed, that is what is the difference between event-driven programming and your normal console programming. So let us continue from there where we are left in this class. So today we're going to start with what is mean by Windows graphical user interface program, or basically I said what we mean by GIU program. Okay. So a GIU program is nothing but it's you can say program directly. The program is directly using the APIs, or basically known as GIU program. Okay. API means application programming interface. Right. And an API is a, if you define an API, is nothing but a library files that provides the functions that needed to create a windows and implement their functions. Okay. So basically, we can say the program which uses the APIs, the application program interface, and the APIs is consist of different library files or libraries that provide the different functionality or different function that is needed to create a window and implement their functionality. Okay, so generally we create, try to write a Windows program through the API. Now this by using libraries that encapsulate the APIs with a better interface. So what happens? So these library files are encapsulated with the APIs for the better interference. So the library files such as PRUs, MFC, FCL, JFC, so these are some library files that are encapsulated with the uh, APIs while designing your or while creating the windows and implementing their functionalities. Okay, so which will be which will be benefited to better GIU interference with the windows. Make a better GIU interference with the windows. So what we need to do? So we have to choose the programming can directly uses the application program interference with some library files that provide the functionality for users of Windows that encapsulate the different files or different API files like MFC and that, which makes better for the interface.
Oh, that big one.
So next question is how can we use the API? Now how these APIs can be used for the designing or creating for the Windows programming or implementing the different functions of Windows programming. Okay. So as we know, basically the Windows programming or these APIs are event driven and graphical oriented. Okay, so certain events are designed and user interaction with this are done with the help of what? With the help of graphical oriented. Then how did this work? Now it is basically uh, work. Suppose now let's discuss how it is work. Suppose the user. So this is example. Suppose we will explain with the example. Suppose this is example. Now suppose the user click on the mouse in a client area. So what events does it perform? Okay, how the or we can say how this difference will perform in this area. So what happened first? Windows. What happened? The Windows decodes the hardware signal from the mouse. So whatever action is performed to the mouse, the Windows will be decode the hardware signal. Then it figure out which Windows user are selected. Now we'll select the proper uh, Windows for using. Then it sends a message. Okay, then it sends a message or event to the program that generates the window. Then what happens? Then it will be sending a message. Okay, sending a message to the program that is generated by the window. Then program reads a message data. So whatever the message is sent, is read by the programmer, okay, and does the corresponding function. Then continue the process of message events or videos. The message now this will be again continuously performed. So whenever you perform any action, yes, whenever you perform any action, Windows will decode the hardware signal that is generated or that is given by the user. So in this case, the event is done with the help of the mouse. So the Windows is now responsible to decode the hardware part of the hardware signal of that. Fine. Then it figure out which window user is selected. Now out of all the options that is available, okay, out of all the options that is available in a Windows, okay, so now it is to figure out which option has been selected by the user or what functionality that we have to perform. Then once the option is selected, so the message, okay, it sends a message or we can say event to the programmer that generates the window. So then what will happen? That event will be selected in the form of message. Okay. Then the event will generate the form message for the program. Then the programmer reads the message data. So whatever the message or event is sent by the programmer, it is read by the uh, programmer and does the corresponding function. So whatever functions are needed to execute that particular event are uh, so whatever for action that could or for action that can be performed to execute the message is performed after it. Now this process will continue, so it will be in a message loop till the events are given as an input. So still the events are given by the user. Now this process will be going to continue. So suppose one event is completed, user will use another event, and again it will decode the hardware signal. Okay, so once get a new event, then again it will decode the hardware signal. Then again it will figure out which function of Windows user is selected. Then it will find the event in terms of message which is corresponding to a particular function. Find the message in terms of event. Then based on the event, it will execute the corresponding function what the event is actually going to perform. Right? So this is how can we use an API, the different steps that are involved while using the API in a Windows program. Okay. Here I hope so. So API plays an important role. So API plays an important role while designing the Windows program. Because the API will provide the interface. Basically, it is providing the interface between the user and the Windows different application functions of the Windows. Right? And these APIs are encapsulated with different library functions. Okay, like in this case, basically we talk about library functions of Microsoft Foundation classes that are encapsulated in this APIs to provide the functionality. Okay, to provide the functionality or different functional that is available on the Windows. Okay, or we can say while designing the Windows programming. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Yeah. Discuss a little bit about the Windows 32 API program. So as we all know, whatever Windows operating system we are using nowadays, release provide a Win32 API program. So if you can see that there will be a file called Win32. Okay, so what does this file consist of? Basically, this file consists of whatever your Windows operating system providing the applications in Windows desktop. Okay, जो भी आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो भी आपका विंडोज एप्लीकेशन प्रोवाइड करता है तो उस सभी एप्लीकेशन का एपीआई या फिर प्रोग्रामिंग पार्ट जो है विंडोज 32 Win32 फाइल में स्टोर होता है और इट इज अ Win32 एपीआई program. So let's discuss something little bit about what is Windows 32 API program. So sometimes they ask this question in short notes. Okay, so what do you mean by Win32 API program? Right. So this is important again for the short note questions. Okay. So what is Win32 API program? So first of all, first of all, it is nothing but a Windows API which consists of all the programming files that will be helpful for providing functionality for the different Windows applications. Then the loader looks for the whenever you execute what happens, the loader looks for. So as we are already discussed, a simple program for Windows program. So we are having WinMan. So what is the use of WinMan here? What is the use of WinMan? So what is the use of WinMan? Yes, WinMan कहते थे. In the earlier slide, we have discussed the programming structure for Windows programming. Okay, like any C programming, Windows programming are also have an entry section. Fine, okay. Entry section, entry section will be like IT API आपका Win man function रहता है WinMan. Then there are 4 parameters. Okay. One for calculate number of instance, then different permission for the instance, then for the pointer for the string parameters. Okay. So this is the entry point. Entry point means whenever the program, Windows program will execute, it will be started from here. Okay, so when man is your main function, or in like C programming, there is a main function no? Where you are starting the program. Similarly, यहाँ पर when man जो है आपका, okay, when man जो है क्या है आपका मेन फंक्शन है जहाँ पर आपका प्रोग्रामिंग स्टार्ट होता है, वहाँ से आपका प्रोग्रामिंग स्टार्ट होता है. What happened as soon as you execute, the loader look for. So what happens once you will execute your program, the loader looks for WinMan function. Why? Because it is act as a point of entry point. So always your program start from this one. So as opposed to the if you compare with a normal program like your main function in any other structural program like C and C++. So what does the importance of WinMan here? So WinMan basically the variable declare and insight. So it will be declare the it is used for declaring the different variables and initializing the variables. Then the register the Windows classes. Okay, so all the Windows classes are registers here. So the C style structure, that is not a C++ class implemented by the abstract data type. We will create a window based on that register class. Now whatever the classes that are registered inside the WinMan, so based on that it will create a window and shows the window and update the Windows client area. So in the point of the in the view of the client area, what happens, it can be displayed to the user and it can perform the operation for the client. Then enter the messaging group, so it can be used for the entering the messaging group. So when it will enter the messaging group, it looks for the message in the application message queue. Then it will blocks if there is no message. Basically, does nothing and just wait for a message to appear. When the appearance when a appearance is translated and dispatch the message to the Windows, the message is intended for. So what we can say is basically Win32 consists of your main WinMan program where your entry will be start. Now, like any other programming language, okay, this is WinMan also has some regular functions, like it will declare all the variables and it will also initialize. Along with declaration of the variables, it will initialize and so it will register the Windows classes. So whatever the different classes we are having, it will get registered. So now it will, so with the help of this register classes, so what will do, it will create a Windows based on the register class. Whatever classes is registered means basically we define the classes. Right. So register classes means we will give all the classes that whatever the classes are used that are defined inside the window. Based on this definition of classes, the Windows it will create a window. Okay. The Windows basically for the client point of view or user point of view, it will display the window for the user and perform all the update. Okay. Whatever the operation that is required to perform, it will be performed at the Windows side. Then one important point, whenever the client will enter the message into the following operation that are can be performed. So what is the operation? It will look for a messages in application message queue. So the event, or we can say the messages will represent event. The event will be in the form of queue that can be performed, and it will blocks if there is any other, if there is no event, then it will be basically blocked. So we can say there's basically nothing but just wait for a message to appear. So if there is no message, then it will be ideal. That means it will wait for other message to appear. So when the message appears, it translates and dispatches the message to the window, and the message is performed is functionality or execute as per it. So this is what the Windows 32 programming do, or what Windows 32 program basically perform. Yes, so now this is very important regarding to exam. So you have to remember this one. Okay. So in short, you remember Windows 32 is a program. Whenever you execute, this consists of set of programming language, okay, or the set of programs, okay. So whenever you load this one, okay, for any Windows desktop application is executed, so it will be load the programs from this file, okay. Then it will be look for, first of all, look for Win32 main function. It is act as similar to the main function like your C and C++. think all of you have done your roll number and name. Most of you have already. Let's move on to the next slide. So we will continue, and others think that let's continue. The other thing that are present in Windows API program. Program file contain of function, different function called WinProp, which process the message sent to the application. So this function is basically used. Okay, this function is basically WinProp is a function which is basically used to process the message which is sent to the application, or the we can say the events that are generated by for the application. Or in other words, we can say it listen for certain messages and does certain action when it receives them. Yes. So it's nothing but we can say whatever events that are generated, okay, from the user end. So this particular function is responsible for listen this certain images, okay, and does uh, action, appropriate action on receiving the message, right? So again, this particular function is basically uh, present in your Windows API program. Apart from that, there are certain buttons, okay, there are certain buttons, dialog boxes uh, are defined in a resource script. So we are having a file called dot .rc file, so which is called your resource script file. Okay, it is called a resource script file. So what is the benefit of resource script file? The resource script file is basically benefited for this consists of the source code of different buttons, dialog box, toolbar, and etc. Basically, the classes are defined there. So, and it is compiled by the different resource compiler. So we use different resource compiler to compile this thing. Then this resource are then linked. So whatever this, so as we know that Windows is basically consists of different toolbars. So these resources are then linked into the code in your main.cpp, okay, program file. So whenever you start compiling a file, so it will be linked or fine. Or we can say when we'll execute our main uh, program, then these files are automatically linked to the main files, okay, during the execution, so that it can be easily used. So, or we can say which is present in your WinMain and Win proc file. Okay. So apart for first of all, you have to remember in case of Windows 32 API. So basically, this consists of first thing is consist of Win Windows WinMain function, WinMain function. WinMain is very important function regarding the designing of your what Windows desktop application. Okay. Then second function, what this consists of? So win main function generally all declaration. What win main function responsible for? Win main function particularly responsible for all your declaration of variable as well as initializing them. Second, all the classes are defined there. The third, all the events in form of messages are generated there. So for the user point of view, it will display the window and perform the updation. These are the some important functions that is performed by the Windows. Okay. So then we consist of second important file, which is different important function, which is for WinProc. So WinProc basically what it do, it will process the messages, whatever message or event that will be uh, get in the form of messages, that messages are performed based on what action should be performed. Then apart from that, it consists of uh, buttons, dialogues. Okay, it consists of different buttons and dialog box, toolbox, basically which are present in your resource script. Okay, there is a resource script file, which is having the file extension of .rc files. We can say so. All these uh, tools are present in this file, and these tools are linked to the Windows API or main function while we will executing the or we can say while compiling this resource file. So whenever you compile this main program or execute this main program, this resource file are automatically linked to the program that will be used in a win main function and or win proc function. Okay. So this is something about Win32. Okay, Win32 program. It will be very important, relevant to your any Windows desktop application. So whatever Windows desktop application you will design, okay, or you see whatever the operating system we are having nowadays, or whatever they are providing the features of Windows application, it consists of this Windows 32 file. Or in this Windows 32 file, we are having a Win32 program, and these are the main important thing the Win32 program or program file consists of. Here, any doubt still now? So let me. So in this lecture, basically, what we have discussed. So we basically discussed what you mean by GIU programming, okay, or graphical user interface programming. Then how APIs are, or we can say how program application interface can be used for designing this GIU programming with the help of different library classes, or we can say how these different library classes are encapsulated on your uh, APIs. Fine. Then we are discuss little bit about what is Windows 32 programming. It is again a API program which will provide you different different application for Windows programming. Fine. So any doubt regarding this lecture? Any doubt? If there is no doubt, so we will join the next lesson at 9:50. Fine. So then we can stop here.